On a cold morning beside the River Spree, a young engineering student named Lucas stood on a bridge watching trains glide past with quiet precision. Each carriage moved like it knew exactly where it belonged. No hesitation, no wasted motion. Lucas often felt that this scene explained his country better than any textbook. Germany's technology did not rise suddenly or magically. It grew the way those trains moved, guided by direction, discipline, and a long memory of where it had come from. The German mind has been shaped by centuries of problem-solving in a land that demanded efficiency. Winters were long, resources once limited, and survival depended on planning ahead. Over time, this nurtured a habit of thinking deeply before acting. Germans are often described as practical, but beneath that practicality is a strong culture of analysis. Problems are not rushed. They are broken into parts, measured, tested, and only then solved. This mindset later became the backbone of engineering, science, and industrial innovation. Education played a silent but powerful role. In Germany, learning has never been only about grades or memorization. From an early age, children are encouraged to understand how things work. Workshops, laboratories, and apprenticeships are respected as much as universities. The dual education system where students divide time between classrooms and real industries created generations who could turn theory into reality. A student who studies mechanics in the morning might be repairing machines by afternoon. Knowledge here is not abstract. It is alive, applied, and accountable. The environment also shaped German technology. Germany sits at the heart of Europe, surrounded by different cultures, languages, and economies. This central location forced constant interaction, competition, and cooperation. Ideas traveled quickly across borders, and Germans learned to adapt, improve, and refine them. Rivers like the Rhine and Danube became early highways of trade, pushing innovation in transport, shipbuilding, and logistics. Even today, Germany's location makes it a bridge between East and West, encouraging global standards and international collaboration. History left deep marks. Germany's past is filled with both brilliance and tragedy, and this contrast forged a strong sense of responsibility in modern innovation. After the devastation of 2 world wars, the country rebuilt itself from ruins. Factories were destroyed, cities flattened, and confidence shaken. Yet, this rebuilding created an obsession with quality and reliability. Never again through chaos became an unspoken rule. Technology had to be precise, safe, and durable. Mistakes were not just errors. They were lessons engraved into national memory. Religion and philosophy also influenced thought patterns. Protestant ethics, especially in parts of Germany, emphasized discipline, honesty, duty, and hard work. These values quietly merged into industrial culture. At the same time, Germany produced philosophers who questioned reality itself. Kant, Hegel, and later thinkers taught society to think critically, to doubt assumptions, and to search for deeper truths. This balance between discipline and questioning created a rare mix. People who respect rules but are never afraid to redesign them if logic demands it. Genetics and race are often misunderstood in discussions like this. Germany's technological success is not the result of biological superiority, but of long cultural evolution. Over centuries, traits such as patience, order, precision, and craftsmanship were rewarded socially and economically. Families passed down habits rather than genes, habits of fixing things instead of throwing them away, of mastering a skill instead of chasing shortcuts. These cultural inheritances shaped behavior far more than biology ever could. Industry became a national identity. When the Industrial Revolution swept Europe, Germany did not rush blindly. Instead, it focused on mastering heavy machinery, chemicals, optics, and later electronics. Companies were built not just for profit, but for legacy. A German firm often thinks in decades, not quarters. This long-term vision allowed investment in research and development even when profits were slow. It is why German machines often last longer and perform better. They are designed with the future in mind. The German relationship with rules also played a surprising role. Rules here are not seen as restrictions, but as frameworks for fairness and efficiency. When everyone follows standards, systems work smoothly. This mindset translated perfectly into technology, where standards are everything. From automotive safety to industrial automation, German engineers obsess over norms, measurements, and testing. Innovation happens inside structure, not chaos, and that structure accelerates trust worldwide. Language itself influenced thinking. The German language allows complex ideas to be expressed through compound words, joining concepts into single terms. This trains the mind to connect ideas, to think structurally. Technical language becomes precise, reducing misunderstanding. When an engineer explains a design, ambiguity is minimized. Clarity becomes a habit, not an exception. Nature also whispered lessons. Germany's forests taught sustainability long before the word became global. Forest management was practiced scientifically centuries ago, ensuring that trees cut today would be replaced tomorrow. This respect for balance later influenced green technology. Today, Germany leads in renewable energy not by accident, but because environmental responsibility was embedded in culture long before climate debates began. Social trust amplified everything. In German society, institutions are generally trusted schools, universities, research centers, and industries. This trust allows cooperation on massive projects. Scientists share data, companies collaborate with universities, and the government supports long-term research. Innovation thrives when people believe systems are fair and effort will be rewarded. As Lucas watched the train disappear into the distance, he remembered something his grandfather once said. "We don't try to be the fastest to start." The old man had smiled. "We try to be the strongest to finish." That philosophy explains why German technology stands where it does today. It is not flashy by nature. It is quiet, confident, and relentlessly refined. Germany's technological peak is not a single mountain, but a range built over centuries, formed by disciplined minds. Practical education, strategic location, hard history, ethical values, cooperative society, and a culture that respects both tradition and innovation. When all these factors move together, like the perfectly timed parts of a machine, the result is not just technology, but trust. And in a world full of rapid change, trust is the most advanced technology of all.